Yeah. All right. Let me make sure everything's good. Make sure we straight. Get ready to get into this. Yeah. Spider was good. Kenzie was good. We got some stuff to talk about here. So let me get this let me get this straight. 1 second, fellas. I'm just pulling everything up. Some interesting stuff to talk about, of course. Advanced settings. Booyah. Turn that off. All right, we good. Okay, so we good. We can get straight into it. Hey, Vish was good. Derek was good, fam. We're gonna talk about some stuff. So let's get straight into it. So, of course, in typical fashion, the last video that I did had people in a little bit of an uproar. A whole lot of damage controlling is going on in the comment section. And I'm here to further talk about this issue. And I'm gonna talk about some of the stuff that's going on with this Xbox One X. Some revealing information is being dropped in the box. As usual, you know what I'm saying? As usual, the dick rider is on my nuts as usual, man. Thanks for being my #1 fan and support as usual. Continue to do that as well. Continue to rock my dick, you know what I'm saying, like you've been doing. I'm sorry I fucked your mom or your sister or whatever it is that got you pissed off, sir. All right? So there's your acknowledgement for today's video. Now you could go cry and make a bunch of videos and talk about how you don't like me. All right? So let's move on. All right. Starting with the roast early on a bitch nigga. Anyway, so let's carry on. Let's get into it. Yeah, man. Keith, what's good, fam? Okay, so let's get into it. All right, so I have a list of all of the games that are supposedly going to be getting this pro patch, or should I say Xbox One X enhanced patch, even though we know the Xbox One is officially the Xbox One Pro. There's no denying this. At least if you're honest, you shouldn't be denying that. Hey, what's up, Keith? Like I said, it's actually noontime over here in New York. What's good, fam? Yeah. Yo, I do games. What's good, fam? So anyway, so let's get straight into this video. Like I said, before I start, let me just put a quick disclaimer out there. If you are a Xbox fanatic, this video is probably not going to be for you. If you prefer Xbox over PlayStation and you're not a nut, you should be able to tolerate this video. You should find some information here that you would agree with. You may even find some information here that's useful to you. Now, with that being said, Xbox fanatics, I suggest you hit the thumbs down and keep it moving, okay? Because a lot of you guys in the last video in the comments crying a river. And I think you guys are not understanding what's going on because you guys got a little upset that I did a little bit of exposing of some things. And it's cool. I don't hate you dudes or nothing like that. But, you know, a lot of y'all came at my neck, and it was only right that I proved that I was right and that I'll let you guys know that you should be listening to me and not all that fuck shit y'all been listening to. All right? What's good, MVP? Fanatics will always be clown. Oh, yeah, that's definitely 6 on what's good. So, all right, so let's start off with sharing the list of games because this is actually extensive. This list is a little bit surprising, to be real with y'all. But I'm going to share it with y'all because it's pretty extensive. All right, so let me share the page with y'all. As y'all can see, y'all should be able to see it now. Let me put the comments up so I can see y'all talking. He said, give it to him, Jimmy. You know how I go. You know how I go. Okay. Anthem is one of the games in particular I have to talk about because some startling information came out about Anthem. And I got attacked for this game just 2 days ago when I said that it was not 4K. It was no way that was running in 4K on the Xbox One X. Remember I said that in the Weapon Wheel live stream? Oh, boy. When I said that in my video, did motherfuckers not like it? Kerosene, what's good, man? People, Anthem, how do you know? How do you know that's not 4K? Dude, there was no way that shit looked like that, and I was running on a console. I told y'all that. Nobody listens to me, though, right? Until it's too late. Now I got to do what I do now, which is ride on your bitch ass, all right? So anyway, let's get into it. Okay. What you guys are looking at now is a list of all the games that are supposedly going to be getting what's called the Xbox One X enhancement. So let's run through the list because it's pretty extensive. This is actually pretty good. If you look at this list, this would have been Kid Smooth's list of 54K games. But we know this is not 4K, and we know this is not 60 frames, okay? So we're going to talk about that as well. Yo, Nats, what's good, man? What's good? What's good? Anthem doesn't disappoint. I'm about to reveal some information about Anthem for you guys out there that's asking about Anthem. Like I said, I'm going to get to it in a second. Give me a second. Let me run through the list, and then I'm going to have to bust a couple bubbles about this game Anthem on Xbox One X as well. Sorry, but I do have some bad news for you Xbox guys out there. All right, so let's get into it. Nah, Smooth ain't gonna get roasted on Saturday. Not by me. I don't have nothing to say to Smooth about the Xbox One X. I think he'll be humble about it anyway, in my personal opinion. But the man just came from E3. I'm not gonna try to bust his bubble and shit on him. You feel me? I'm not that type of cat. I'm you know, man just came from a nice long trip. He had a good time. If you follow his timeline, you see him posting pictures with everybody. I'm not the type of dude to let you get back and then try to shit on you. So I want the man to live at least a good week before dudes start getting on him about the Xbox. At least from my perspective, I'm not gonna get on him. You know what I mean? I want that man to live a little. Sakuma, what's good, fam? All right, so let's get into the list real quick. Anthem, Ashen, The Awful Escape, Assassin's Creed Origins. Now, some of these titles that I'm naming, y'all might go, 4K, really? Exactly. I'm gonna get into another list after I get into that. Let's Smooth keep his W. I agree. I'm not gonna get that Smooth at all. I agree with that. Let's Smooth win. Let him live, right? I agree with that too. Let's Smooth live a little, man. He's been doing good these past couple of weeks and months, so I agree with that. Astroneer, whatever that is, Astroneer. I don't know how to pronounce that. I don't know what the fuck that is. I never even heard of this game. Battlefield 1, Battle Right, Black Desert, Rollout, Chess Ultra. Listen to these titles too. Conan Exiles. This is interesting that game is coming to console. A lot of these are PC games, by the way. Crackdown 3, Dark and Light, The Doorwind Project, Dead Rising 4. That's pretty good because I have that game. I would love to see a pro patch for that. That's pretty good. I will replay that with a pro patch. And I keep calling it a pro patch. That's how bad it is. I mean the Xbox One X enhanced patch, okay? Dead Rock Galactic. I don't care about that. Dishonored 2. That's pretty good. Dovetail Games, Eurofishing, that's good. Doom, that's good. Dragon Ball Fighter Z, that's good. Dunk Lords, The Elder Scroll Online, Elite, Dangers, Everspace, F1 2017, didn't even know that game came out. Fable Fortune, Fallout 4, that's pretty good. Hopefully they can try and bump the frame rate up on that game, but I highly doubt it because it's a massive open world game. So it's probably going to be still running at 30 with a little bit of issues. Farming Simulator 17, very interesting. Never heard of that one. Final Fantasy 15, that's pretty good because that game is already running better on Xbox than on PlayStation. Fact. So the fact that they're going to enhance it is pretty good. They needed that. For Honor, that's a good patch. Forza Horizon 3, Forza Motorsport 7. We know that already. Gears of War 4. We know that already. Ghost Recon's Wildlands. We know that already. Halo Wars 4. Hello Nightmare, Hitman, Homefront, Revolution, pretty good. Injustice 2, pretty good. Killer Instinct, Killing Floor 2. Now, that's pretty revealing because the Killing Floor 2, I did not know was coming to Xbox. The Last Night, Madden, we already know about. Mantis, Burn Racing, Metro Exodus, we know about. Middle-earth, Shadow of War. Very interesting. Keep your eye on this title. This title was marketed as a marketing deal game for the Xbox One X. Now, keep in mind, this is as a marketing deal by Microsoft. Keep in mind what I just said. Keep in mind, because Shadow of War is one of the games that we have to talk about because there's some interesting news that came out about this game. Minecraft. Minion Master, Forced to Duel, Need for Speed Payback. That looked really good. Observer, Oblets, Ori and the Will of the Wisp, Oris, Outlast, Paladins, Path of Exile, Players Unknown Battleground, Portal Knights, Raider of the Broken Planet, Recore, which I heard was going to get a patch, and I heard there's going to be another Recore. I don't know what the story is with that. Video Game Label, what's up? I see you. Rim, Riverborn. Anyway, we have 82 games. I'm going to show you the list. I'm not going to say and keep reading all these games. We have The Surge, Titanfall 2, Warhammer, The Witcher 3, Smite, State of Decay 2, All of these games are supposed to be getting 4K patches, all right? Who cares about 4K Minecraft? I agree with you. But here's the interesting thing, guys. Most of these games that you see, right, that are getting 4K patches are not going to be native 4K. Now, a few people are getting upset, talking about Microsoft never promised that. Why are people talking about it? Well, people are talking about it because a lot of the Xbox community was saying that this was going to be the case. Y'all was saying there was going to be a lot of 4K games. Now, let's get into something a little bit more interesting right now. This is what's confirmed. All right. So let's share another screen with you guys real fast. Let me see where is it so I can find it for you. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, that's the screen. Let me share that with y'all. All right. What you are looking at is a list of games that are confirmed to not be native 4K. Now, this is the problem with the console. This is pretty much on par with the PS4 Pro. Now, with all of that power, the reason I'm saying this is because it brings you back to the point that I was trying to make before when people got upset with me on the Xbox side of life in that community. This is the problem. Microsoft did promise 4K. Yes, they did promise 4K, native 4K at that. And we're going to talk about all of this, but I'm just setting the standard for you guys to see. Anthem. Anthem is confirmed to not be native 4K, guys. Anthem is one of the games that they showed that looked really good, and I told y'all I thought that was a PC that they were playing this game on. It is coming out that most of the games that you saw at the showcase were on PC. Anthem is one of them, and this is another thing, another problem. It is not native 4K. Ark Survivor, Assassin's Creed, which we got confirmed through Digital Foundry, Black Desert, Dead Rising 4 will not be native 4K, guys. Dishonored 2 will not be native 4K. Doom will not be native 4K. Elder Scroll will not be native 4K. Fallout 4 will not be native 4K. Final Fantasy 15 will not be native 4K. For Honor will be not native 4K. Ghost Recon Wildlands, Hitman, Killing Floor 2, Metro Exodus. Now peep the next list. Peep the next game. Middle Earth Shadow of War will not be native 4K on the Scorpio, and they have the marketing deal for this game. So this is telling you that a lot of games will not be native 4K. Now, a lot of people are going to go, hey, well, Microsoft this and Microsoft that. No, I told you developers would not take their games and make them run at native 4K if they're not running at native 4K on the PlayStation. Did I not say that? Everybody, oh, well, you know, it's the power. It could easily do it. No, it's not about what it could easily do. Yes, that's what I said. Even Dead Rising isn't native 4K. That's seriously sick. But anyway, Middle Earth, the game that they have the marketing deal for, is not native 4K. So did I not say yesterday? Yeah, I'm about to talk about Anthem Dark Cloud. Did I not say yesterday? Did I not say yesterday that Star Wars Battlefront would not run at 4K 60? Now, if they have the marketing deal for Shadow of War, this is not running at 4K 60 or native 4K period, what does that tell you? Now, what's interesting about Middle Earth Shadow of War is that Shadow of Mordor is native 4K on the PS4 Pro. This game is native 4K on the PS4 Pro. So this is my problem with this community, man. This is the stuff that goes on that makes no sense, man. I'm taking the time up to show you. Just want to show you guys real fast. I'm gonna just share a screen with you guys because some people are gonna say, "Oh, well, how do you know?" Yada 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 yada. I want you guys to see this for yourself because everything that I'm telling you, I would like to show you because people are always going to say that they don't believe that or this, that, and the third. Please look at the screen. Please look at the screen. Now, I'm going to read the top of this to you if you can't see it too clearly, but you should be able to see it fine. Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor PS4 Pro update offers native 4K. Native 4K on the PS4 Pro. Okay, so I want you guys to understand this game runs at native 4K on the PS4 Pro currently right now. So the PS4 Pro does have native 4K games. This is why I told you, if you see a game running at native 4K on the Xbox One X, Do not be surprised if you see this game running at native 4K on the PlayStation as well, okay? So this is why I'm trying to show you the Xbox One X is pretty much the Xbox Pro. It is on par with the PlayStation. When I said that the Xbox One X has 30% more power than a PS4 Pro, people lost their shit and got mad. I said that is not enough power to make it run better than a PS4 Pro when it comes to games. People lost this shit again. I'm showing you now. I'm showing you now that this is the case. Okay? So understand, when you go out and buy you an Xbox One X, is it a bad console? Is it a disappointment? Not really. Not really. For $500, you're getting what you pay for. I'm not going to sit here and expect miracles out of a $500 console. But I said that in the beginning. There's no way for that price it could do the things that people was claiming it could do. No way. There was no way in hell. Now, I left that up on the screen so you can see. Shadow of Mordor. Native 4K on a PS4 Pro. Native 4K. Native 4K. Okay? And that's a third-party game. This is very, very interesting. Very interesting stuff going on. Now, IGN just did kind of make a, I'm gonna call this kind of a media bias post, but I just gotta show it to you guys because sometimes they do seem like they're slandering or, you know, they're showing a little bias towards certain things, but it's just the truth. The truth is the truth, okay? So I'm gonna just report on it because it's here. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about the 60 FPS. I'm gonna talk about everything. I'm gonna talk about all of that. Okay, so here we go. For the people that was asking about Anthem. Anthem is confirmed on Xbox to not be true 4K. Now, the reason you see them using this term is because true 4K was part of the slogan for Xbox when they promoted the Xbox One X. When they promoted this console, they said that they want you to see it first before you pre-order it, and it is the only console offering native 4K, or pardon me, true 4K. So that's why you see media companies taking shots. Now, you're going to see a lot of dudes on the Xbox side saying that the media is being biased and unfair, but this is just them dishing out what they were given, you know? So you can see people making memes of Phil Spencer and everything. You know, let's give this a listen real fast and see what we got going on. Of course, Digital Foundry is exposing the shit out of Microsoft, by the way. So it's safe to say Sony cut the check, man.
Look at Anthem, easily one of, if not the best looking game reveal at E3. Anthem comes from developer BioWare, shown running in real time on what we're told is Xbox One X hardware. More on that in a second, but it's crucial to say this 6-minute gameplay demo of Vertical Slice is labeled as a pre-alpha build. The game obviously looks incredible in this state, a truly continuous flourishing world filled with wildlife, dynamic elements like weather, underwater travel, and a huge vertical scale to exploration. But we've been here before. From Watch Dogs to Destiny to Witcher 3,
let's see what's going on.
This has sadly become the generation of the downgrade. Sometimes very little of what's shown on these big stages actually measures up to the end product.
Now, the console is not lame. It's just overhyped. It got overhyped.
Is this the real deal for even the most powerful games console, Xbox One X? Let's bang one nail on the head right away. Resolution. Anthem is running at 3840 by 2160 in this demo, but with a catch. Freezer frame and zoom in, that 4K output is actually paired with artifacting on moving edges. A sign of our old friend Checkerboard rendering. The long short of it is fast motion leaves a faint crisscross pattern. We're only
okay. I'm gonna stop it here. All right. Yeah, I know that the 4K is not perfect. Remember, we talking about consoles. I see somebody said go check out the Shadow of Mordor video on the PS4 Pro. The 4K resolution drops in resolution using dynamic scaling. None of these games are gonna run 4K perfectly because it's not possible in the hardware. I know that they're using trickery to get 4K. Like I said, if you want real 4K, you're gonna have to go to PC. And especially if you want 60 frames, because 4K is currently not even able to pass 75 frames on PC. So you think you're gonna get 4K 60 on a console? No way in hell. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is that this is the trickery that I said. Remember I told you that Microsoft has some kind of 4K that they were saying was native 4K, but it wasn't real? This is what I was talking about. I said this to people in numerous videos that they have some kind of version of 4K that they're calling true 4K, but it's not native 4K resolution. It's not the actual proper resolution. You know? So this is what's coming out now. You know, it's not 3840 by 2160. It's some other resolution. Like they're scaling it to that resolution, but then they're doing something to buffer it out. All right. So overall, what I'm gonna say is I don't think the Xbox One X is a shitty console.
Half the pixels are shaded. Thankfully, screen motion blur helps out massively to hide it. The feed still comes off.
I hate motion blur. He just used the word I hate.
Effectively halves the resolution from 4K. It's also part, of course, in Frostbite engine titles too. Looking back, BioWare's own Mass Effect Andromeda ran at a lesser 1800p on PS4 Pro using the very same checkerboard technique. Now, this is an interesting revelation. Okay, so it's not true 4K, but the fact is the game's achieving these results using a compromise that makes it a more authentic Xbox One X reveal. If there's any lingering doubt as to whether it's really a PC version running at max settings, to an extent this puts that to rest. DICE has spoken at length about checkerboard rendering at GDC 2017, for example, where despite the ID buffer on PS4 Pro helping with the technique, it still says there are planned workarounds for Xbox One hardware.
I'm gonna stop right here for now. Do I think the Xbox One X is worth $500? Yes, I think it's worth $500. However, I think it should have still been $399. I don't think this would have been so much of a big deal if the console was $399. But at $499, they taking a loss on the console from what I'm hearing. I believe the Xbox, original Xbox, they were making what, $40-something off a console. Let's look it up. I believe that's the number I was told. Look it up. I'm Googling it now to see what the profit is because I want you guys to see that. See, it says Xbox loses money on Xbox One sales. Oh, somebody asked why does the console cost $500, and Phil gave an answer. So I might show y'all that too. We're gonna look into all that, but I got to talk about Phil Spencer too because I feel like he's doing. I feel like me personally, Phil Spencer is talking too much. And I understand he has to do the PR and everything, but to my understanding, okay, I have the profit breakdown. But to my understanding, he seems to be hurting his console more than he is helping it. He's not selling his console to people. He's not doing a good job of that. I'm not saying that to knock this guy, but I just want to show you guys what we have here. Okay, so we're looking at the top one, which says Microsoft Corporation loses money on Xbox One sales. So if you look closely, you can see the figures here. Who be trolling? Now, they're not cutting even. I'm about to show you right now that that's not true. They're not cutting even at all on any Xbox Ones. Look at this from 2015. Microsoft Corporation doesn't make money on each Xbox. Doing the math, we can estimate that Microsoft has a gross profit of $36.50 on each Xbox One sold. The Xbox business as a whole is what really matters. So they're really making money. Phil Spencer be trolling. I don't think he's trolling, bro, because he's pushing. All right, I'm gonna get into that in a second. Let me talk about the profit. So they're making $37 on every Xbox One that they sold. Okay, so the profit on the Xbox One X at $500 has to be about zero or less. It might be negative. So we're gonna see if we can get the figures on that now. Let's Google that and see if we can find it. Okay. Microsoft won't make a profit selling Xbox One X. You see this? It says 5 hours ago. Somebody put this article up. Of course, we can share this on screen. I want to talk to you guys while we look at this and read it. Okay. Microsoft has never made a profit selling Xbox consoles, and it looks like the Xbox One X won't be an exception to that rule. As you may recall, Microsoft priced the Xbox One X at $500 or about $100 more than its only real competitor, the Sony PlayStation 4 Pro. The price point is controversial in some circles, mostly because people don't understand how much it costs to design and build hardware this powerful. But as I noted earlier this week, the 500 price point is reasonable if premium price tag for a device that's capable. Okay, so they don't give us a number. They're just babbling. I'm not going to read all of that. But the bottom line is we have the number right here, the profit sales. Let me go back one. On the standard Xbox, they were only making $37. So you got to figure with them putting all of this into this new Xbox, they're not making no money. It's certain they're not making money. As a matter of fact, let me tell you guys something about gaming real quick from when I was little. When the Nintendo came out, it came out with a game. They always packaged consoles with a game, and they never made money on consoles when they designed them. Nintendo never made money off the Nintendo. Sega never made money off the Sega. What they used to make money off was you buying the games for the console. That's why they would always give a game away with it. It was tradition back in the day because they wanted you to buy the games. They didn't care about the console as much as the games because they were never making money on consoles. That's typical in any market. Every console generation, every manufacturer, they lose money on consoles. Now, Xbox is a little bit different because they've been making a lot of money off the live stream, the live service. This is where they make their money at. So that's why they don't really care about the loss on the console, because the more people buy an Xbox console, the more live subscriptions they get. So think about it like this. This is where Microsoft kind of plays with the numbers a little bit. Everybody you know who owns an Xbox, 9 out of 10 of them own more than one. They either brought one, sold it, brought another one, or have two, or they keep buying consoles. Anybody you know that's a fanatic, they brought way more than one Xbox console. So every time you go out and buy another console, that helps them boost their subscription numbers. So that's where they make their money at. They make their money by saying, okay, 3 consoles logged in from one house. They count that as 3 people. They don't count that as one person, even though it's one account. You know what I'm saying? So that's how they count shit like that. Now, let's talk about Phil Spencer real fast. Phil Spencer's doing a lot of interviews, and the main interview that people are talking about right now is when he talked about 60 frames. Now, I personally understand that Phil Spencer does talk with a lot of satire. He talks with a lot of sarcasm. I get all of that. But at the end of the day, his job currently right now is to sell an Xbox One X to us. And he's using a lot of excuses that keep seeming to change the narrative. First, he said that the Xbox One was the true 4K gaming console. Then it went from true 4K gaming console to who really cares about 60 frames. Then it went from that to before that it being, oh, they have the power to use 4K 60, but it's up to the game developer. Now, that's a sleazy way of saying the console is there, but if we don't get it, it's not our fault. We know that game developers are too lazy. And no offense to my favorite game companies, because I don't want to group in every game developer, but I'm just being real right now. It ain't about being politically correct right now. We know game developers are too lazy to sit here and keep making different versions of games. So they're not going to go make an Xbox Pro, Xbox One X version, and then make a separate version for PS4 Pro. They're not going to do that. Yo, Trey, what's good, fam? They're not going to do that. We all know that. So for the people to expect to think that a game is just going to automatically run at 4K 60 on one console and the same game is going to run at 1800p 30 on another, it's stupid in my opinion. It's stupid in my opinion, especially when the PlayStation sells 3 times the amount of AAA or third-party games that Xbox is selling. If Xbox sells 10, that means PlayStation sold 30. So it doesn't make sense that people would even think that. But this is where the fanboy logic starts coming in and it starts clouding people's judgment. So let's talk about filling the 60 frames thing. Hey, Just Gaming, what's good? Just Games. I don't believe he was serious. I think he was a little bit being sarcastic. But at the end of the day, I don't like the fact that he's being sarcastic about 60 frames when people are sitting here wondering where's the 60 frames. People are still wondering where's the native 4K, where's the 60 frames. You showed us one 4K 60 game and think that made everything all right. This is not the time to joke around and not explain things, because you're supposed to be selling us a console that most people generally think is overpriced. Somebody said Assassin's Creed look good, but after watching more gameplay, the game looks hella boring. Look, let's be honest, man. Let's be honest. That's kind of the problem with gaming, and this is bad if it keeps going this way. Everybody's focusing on resolution and nobody's focusing on innovating their games. The last innovative game I played was probably Horizon. It wasn't that innovative. It was just good. It was just put together well. Everybody's focusing on specs now. Nobody's caring about making games good, making them innovative, making them different, making them new. Anthem looks interesting, but I'm pretty sure once you play it, it's going to be the same thing. People are saying Days Gone looks a lot like The Last of Us. Now people who have seen more gameplay says, oh, it looks like Horizon. So it looks like a cross between the two. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I feel like Phil is not doing a good job of selling this console to people. And I think that he should stop doing interviews if he's not going to tell you, you know, the number one question that I ask, why should anybody upgrade to an Xbox One X? Now, should you buy one? Sure, of course. But the excuse they're going to give you is, well, there's people out there, there are enthusiasts. They want the best experience. But, you know, it went from being the best experience on Xbox to it supposedly being the best console out there. And that's not what we're seeing now. We're not seeing the Xbox One X is better than the PS4 Pro. If anything, we're seeing it's on the same level. It's on par with the PS4 Pro. That's what we're seeing. That's what we're seeing. So at the end of the day, I think Phil should chill. I think he should stop doing those interviews and talking about anything outside of, you know, marketing this console. Because every interview that he's done in the last couple of days, it's just, I don't like what he's saying, man. I just don't like the message he's putting out. And I get that he's not being serious and that everything he's saying can't be taken too serious, but you know, you're still not saying why people should buy this console. Do I think the Xbox One X will sell? I already said for $499, I don't think it'll sell. I think a lot of people who buy it are going to be people who upgraded to it. I don't think a lot of people are going to go out to the store who don't own an Xbox and go, hey, give me the best Xbox you have. They're going to buy the Xbox One X. Melon Daddy, what's good, man? Falcon, what's good? Pill said Phil needs to fall back. I agree. I think he's really confusing people right now. You know, the narrative keeps changing. It went from it being true 4K gaming to now, you know, who needs 60 frames per second. And it's just, what's going on? I thought we were getting these things in our games. So everything's starting to look real shaky out here right now. Everything's looking real odd. And I'm not understanding where we're coming from with that. But real quick, let's just look at this list again. Well, I got the screen up. You know, let's look at this list of stuff, man. This is an impressive list. I have to admit, this list of games is quite impressive. They did a good job here. I mean, 81 games that are going to be upgraded. That's pretty good. That's a good start, in my opinion. Because I ain't gonna lie, we do this to the PS4 Pro. I don't even know if it's that many titles, is it? So they did a good job here. They did a good job here, but it's just not what was promised. It's not what was advertised. And that's why they're getting bashed. Free my man Itchy Chan. What happened with that? Who's that? He said the man made up his own definition of true 4K. Pretty much. I'd rather have FPS than resolution. Well, here's the thing, right? I never cared about FPS because FPS is only needed in certain situations. FPS is something that you would need if you're going to play something competitive. If you're going to play a fighting game, a sports game, something that's moving fast, a racing game. But you don't need necessarily FPS in every situation. Would I take FPS over resolution? I mean, I'm going to have to go against the grain and say, no, I would not take FPS over resolution. But however, I think you should always give people the option, because just because you got people like me who would say, I'll take resolution over frame rate, you should give us the option, because there's not always times that we want to see everything looking pretty. If I want to get down in the nitty gritty, I want to be able to have my frames up. FPS is always better. It's always better depending on how you're looking at stuff. A lot of you guys are saying FPS is better. Do you guys actually game on monitors or do you game on TVs? The input lag on 30 FPS is too high. So I'm assuming you game on PC if you said that, right? Yeah, I'm just being honest. Because people talk about things and I look at that and I'm going to be honest, like, Some of the stuff that people say, the audio don't match the visual at all. And I'm saying that to say, and I know I sound like cookie face when I said that, but that's not where I'm coming from with that. What I'm saying is, okay, let's break down something. And I don't want nobody to get mad because I'm gonna have to like expose a few people that be talking that FPS shit real fast. Some of you guys be talking this FPS shit, and you guys got TVs with like 20 fucking something milliseconds of lag using a wireless controller, and you're playing 30 frames per second. But then you'll sit and say, yo, for FPS over resolution, you would have no clue what 60 frames would look like on a 1 millisecond monitor. You would vomit from that, my man. There's people out here that talk that shit, and the minute you see 120 frames per second, 1 millisecond of lag, the shit will make your head explode. You will literally have to go lay down and you will feel seasick. You will feel sick. Your head will spin because there's so many people out there that talk that shit. And then when they actually sit down and see 1 millisecond of lag, 120 frames per second, they get sick. They get sick. I prefer frames over resolution. You never seen frames over resolution. Most of y'all. Not all of y'all. There's some of y'all that I know what I'm talking about. But not everybody that's talking that FPS shit. A lot of y'all don't know what you're talking about. Like me personally, I'm gaming on a KS 8500 mainly, right? The shit has 20 milliseconds of lag, and it's 60 frames per second. But then I have a monitor over here that's 144 frames per second. You get what I'm saying? So when shit is getting intense, I go to that monitor. See what I'm saying? So, and I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. When I started playing at 144 hertz, I got sick. It made me sick. It took me 2 weeks to get used to that because I never saw it before. Not like that. I never saw 4K at 60. I never seen 1400p, 1440p at anything over 60. It made me sick. I had to condition myself to get used to it. Jimmy has always been FPS first. Listen, let me explain something to y'all, because I guess y'all don't know I'm a gamer from the 80s. If you go back to the arcades back in the day, those games were 60 frames per second. So I know frames go over resolution because 60 frames were there before 1080p, 4K. 60 frames are always there. I know that already. But what I'm saying is a lot of y'all that's talking about frame rates don't know what the fuck y'all are talking about. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tron, I hear you. But I'm just telling y'all the truth. A lot of y'all, like the shit y'all are gaming on, I'm like, my man, you can't be sitting here telling me FPS over resolution and you're gaming on that. Because at the end of the day, most of y'all would be gaming on monitors. Uh, 30 FPS input lag is 16.67 milliseconds. 30 FPS is double. I get the math, my dude, but I'm not understanding what you're talking about because 60 frames is not automatically 16 milliseconds. I don't even get where you got that math from. I don't get what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm Generation X. Yep. Arcade games paid to win. I don't know what that means, but yeah, you do. You got to pay to play. I don't know about pay to win. I know what I'm talking about. Been a PC gamer since 1992. I wasn't arguing with you, man. I've been a PC gamer longer than that, but I'm not arguing with you. I don't know if we're gonna measure dicks now because I don't get why you automatically said 60 frames is 16 milliseconds. That don't even add up to what you just said. The milliseconds depend on the screen that's displaying the frames, the hertz. So I don't know what you're talking about. You told me Google it. I don't have to Google that. I already know better than that. See, this is what I mean, though. Like, I'm not trying to insult you, Kerosene, but this is what I'm talking about. Like, what you said right there, that's why I be wondering, a lot of you dudes that talk about frame rates, do y'all really know what y'all be talking about? I'm not saying you don't, but what you said didn't really make sense. The input lag has nothing to do with the frame rate. The input lag has something to do with the display. The hertz is how fast it moves. So I don't even understand why you said that. He said, I went from a monitor to a 4K TV and it feels the same to me. I don't know, Melon. Well, maybe the monitor you were using wasn't good because at the end of the day, you should definitely always see a difference between a TV and a monitor. You definitely should be seeing the difference. There's times when I have to turn off my TV to use my monitor because they're not even moving at the same speed. I have to like mess with the settings on the TV to get it to come close to my monitor, but it still don't even come close to my monitor. So if you don't see a difference, that means the monitor you was using was really shit. But you should always be able to put your TV next to your monitor and see a difference, especially if you got them set on 2 different ports. 60 FPS smooth or simple. I agree. That's exactly what it is. Gaming Buzz 1, Jimmy, we got shooters in New York. I got shooters in New York too, fam. I think everybody got shooters in New York. Matter of fact, New York shooters is everywhere in the city or everywhere in the country. Don't kill me though, dog. It's all good. It's all gaming. Gaming Buzz, you the dude that was threatening Zaya with the controller, right? Told him you was gonna shoot him. Oh man. But I would love to know what you was talking about with the milliseconds, because that does not correlate to the frame rate. It never did. 144 hertz is the truth. I agree. But you know what's funny? I try not to like spoil myself with that because I like resolution. But if I go to 144 hertz, that deads 4K automatically. You know there's no 144 hertz for 4K. So I gotta keep my shit around 60 all the time. He said I threatened Hardy to MVP with my controller. Jimmy, ask him what 4K TV he got. It will expose him. I'm gonna be honest. He said I think he's gaming on a monitor. Corazine, are you gaming on a monitor or a PC? Because based off your input lag, because you got the same input lag as me right now. That sounds like you're gaming on a TV. You can't be gaming on a monitor and have double-digit input lag. So what are you gaming on? Because they told me to ask you that in the chat. Play Last of Us in 30, then play it in 60. That's a great example because they have 60 on The Last of Us in 30. You definitely should feel the slowdown and the sluggishness in the game like that. That's a game that you could see the difference. I agree with that. Melon Daddy said playing The Last of Us in 30 is cancer. It feels like a whole nother game, man. It feels choppy. And that's a prime example of what I mean about getting used to frames. Why people tripping over checkerboarding? I'm gonna be honest, Gooch. I don't think nobody's tripping over the checkerboarding, but the problem is that this is not what was advertised and not what was promised. The Xbox community, as usual, jumped out the window and made fun of PlayStation. They made fun of the pro patches. Right before the Xbox One X got revealed, it was a whole bunch of where are the pro patch games at? Where are the pro patch games at? Remember all of that? Now, where are the 4K native games? Where's the true 4K? This is the same narrative back and forth. If the Xbox community was more humble, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. You wouldn't have people like me running motherfuckers around or having these dudes going crazy crying like they are. Because I'm the one that'll talk about it. They won't. A lot of people got to eat a bowl of shit now because the Xbox turned out to be nothing but an Xbox One Pro. Actually, yeah, they confirmed 4K 60 on Forza because if you actually look at the gameplay, it actually has a FPS counter, and it never dipped under 59 frames, which is technically 60. And speaking of 60 frames, y'all know that in places like UK, they don't even use 60 frames. It's funny to see people care about shit that only matters to certain people. Not everybody care about frame rates like y'all think they do. Prom, what's good? Oh, so you talking about you said I'm confusing display response time and input lag. So what are you gaming on? 60 FPS minimum matters to all PC gamers. I don't agree with you. Some people can't. Some people don't game on 60 frames. Some people game above 60 frames. Some people will not even go to 4K resolution because 4K is only 60 frames. So everything you're saying right now is actually just a preference. 60 is minimum matters to PC gamers. That's certain PC gamers. That's PC gamers who came from console. People who game on PC alone, they don't want to see 60 frames. They want to see more than 60 frames. Most people won't even go to, like I said, 4K, because 4K is only capable of running at 75 frames per second currently on PC. So some people won't even touch 4K. That's why most gamers, the highest resolution on PC you see them go to is 1440p, because they can still get the 144 hertz. So your opinion of 60 frames being the minimum that matters to PC gamers is actually just an opinion. You want at least 60, yes, but most PC gamers who take PC gaming serious, who are not, listen to what I'm saying, because you misunderstand what I'm saying, who are not console gamers, do not want 60 frames. They want higher. They don't want 60. They want higher than 60. Console gamers on PC want 60. PC only gamers want more than 60 frames. That's why they don't game at 4K. That's why when you saw that article come out and it was like saying that Steam did a resolution, what do you call it? They tallied up how many people are gaming in 4K on PC, and it was a small number. Even though the number was like 1.75 million people, it was small compared to the 60 something million people that's on Steam. The reason that number was low compared to the overall percentage is because most PC gamers don't game in 4K because they want higher than 60 frames. I think you are misunderstanding me. You said, am I understanding minimum 60 frames? I just told you that is speculative to the PC person. PC gamers want more than 60 frames. They don't want minimum 60. They want more. See the guy that you just said, I prefer 120? 120p? I think you mean 120 frames, bro. If we being real, 30 frames to 60 frames don't really matter if you playing on console. Y'all just being picky. I agree with you, low-key, Thunder. I agree with you, because at the end of the day, most people that's talking to 60 frame shit is gaming on TVs that have like huge input lag anyway. Bad response times, all that shit. I be playing my fighting games every day, bro. I be on my shit every day, so every chance I get, I'll be on Injustice. A little bit disappointed with Red Hood, but it's all good. Very disappointed with Marvel vs. Capcom. That was a terrible game. Capcom did a real fucked up job on that game. That's like the worst Marvel vs. Capcom I've ever seen. It's sad to see that game get a licensing deal and come out looking shit like that. I'm arguing with Megan the cat right now. Yo, you bug kid. Now, I'm not arguing with him. He's making a point. I'm making a point, but he's making a different point than me. Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Yeah, I'm getting that. Definitely getting that. That looks pretty good. Jimmy, guess why almost every single first-person shooter is 60 FPS in multiplayer? Because of input lag. I already know that. Yeah, you just typed it in. I guess you think I don't know that. I don't know what's giving you the impression that I don't know that, but okay, I guess you just wanted to feel like you know it and I don't. That's cool with me, though. I guess that's why Call of Duty was always 60 frames for the most part, right? Even before people was talking about 60 frames. I can't see you in Injustice or Tekken 7. You think so, dog? Nah, it's because of some of the stuff I said earlier. But you got to remember, though, that's my opinion. Like, I don't care about frame rates unless it's a game that needs it. Like, why would I care about frame rates if I'm playing Pac-Man? Like I said, it depends on the game, dog. It's not about just having 60 frames just to have it. That's a PC mentality. You know what I mean? You don't need 60 frames in every game. And half of the console games that come out literally don't need 60 frames, man. Yo, everybody want to fight me in Tekken 7. I know I don't even like Tekken. Yo, Rossetti, what's good, fam? Peace out, my brother. Peace, peace, peace. I don't even play Tekken, dog. The last time I played Tekken was when I beat that shit. That last boss pissed me off so bad, I never took the shit back out the case. I need to platinum that shit since everybody running around with the platinum. But I ain't even get around to that yet. That's how much I'm uninterested in that game right now. I beat it and deleted it. That's savage. That's savage. Yeah, that's a soccer account. I figured that. I figured that much. You beat a lot of people in Tekken 7, Titanfall Princess. I bet you did. I bet you did. There ain't nobody seeing me in that injustice, though. Let's talk about that, though. Everybody talking about Tekken around this bitch. How often do I buy a new TV? Whenever a new piece of tech comes out on the TV that I want. Until they upgrade HDR10, I don't feel the need to upgrade my TV again. I might upgrade to get a 12-bit panel if it looks good, but right now I don't see a TV out that's worth upgrading to right now. So I don't upgrade every year. I upgrade whenever some new specs come out. Like if I go to the store and I see a TV blowing my shit away, I can't front it. I'm like, nah, I gotta go get that. All right. Marcus Williams said, Jimmy, how y'all figure Sony won E3 and didn't show any new IPs, just the ones from last year? All right. Here's the thing, right? Is the Xbox community backing down now? Nah, they trying to regroup. They're not backing down. They just regrouping. All right, let me answer your question about why people saying Sony won E3. Because a lot of people agree that Sony won, and it's like 50-50. Some people agree that they didn't. The narrative for why Sony lost is because Xbox showed more games that were exclusive. The funny thing about that is, once again, Xbox has no exclusives. Okay, so automatically that makes a big hole in that argument. Now, the reason people are saying Sony won is simply because Sony has better games than Xbox. That's the reason people are saying Sony won. It's not because Sony had less games. It's because Sony had more relevant games. So the reason people are saying Sony won E3 is because Sony had more relevant games. Just to let you guys know, that I keep saying that. Like a lot of Xbox dudes are saying PlayStation showed 21 games. Microsoft showed 42. Then you guys took the narrative of saying out of the 21 games that Sony showed, 7 were exclusives. I saw the chart. I saw that chart that you guys are running around with, that everybody's getting ready to make a video with. I want y'all to know my ear is to the street. I be seeing the shit that be going on. I just don't say nothing. So I hear about this chart of 42 Xbox games, 22 of them being exclusive, and 21 PlayStation games and 7 being exclusive. But the reason you guys are going to lose that argument is because Xbox One doesn't have any exclusives technically. And secondly, Microsoft has more relevant games than Xbox. So there's no way for you guys to really use numbers to win an argument like that. See, exclusive or not, more games were shown by MS, so Sony won because of dick riders. Nah, see, you're not listening. See what I'm saying? You're going by the numbers. The problem is that you're not listening to what I'm saying. The games that were shown were more relevant from PlayStation because PlayStation had true exclusives. Xbox was showing third-party games, cross-platform games, and they were showing irrelevant games. There were a lot of indie games. Remember that. Lord have mercy, yo. Yeah, the Super Jamaican made a great point, and it goes back to what I'm trying to say about this argument. Quality over quantity, always the case, especially with good games. You should always want that. So just because Xbox had 42 games that were irrelevant, or unfortunately, they were cross-platform games, and Sony came with a bunch of exclusives that were very relevant, And then you turn around and say, why did Sony win the E3 conference? Well, there you go right there. Do you care about quality or do you care about numbers? Would you take 5 shit games or 1 good game? That's the answer to your question. Nah, Marcus is my nigga. I'll fuck with him. Yo, anybody that's getting ready to try and get into it with my man Marcus, I'm gonna just warn y'all now because I know y'all niggas love to get caught up in some bullshit. That nigga will roast the shit out of you. I'm just letting you know that. So be careful. I've seen him put working on a lot of cats and run them up out of places. Nah, it ain't nothing going down in the chat today. That nigga wasting his time today. The troll effect is over, dog. I'm disabling the like bar and banning all the trolls. This is not happening no more. Yo, Naquan, you need to fall back and chill out. Stop that gay shit in the chat. Anyway, anybody got questions, man? Something else we need to talk about? Did I pre-order God of War? You can pre-order that game. I don't need to pre-order it because I'm gonna have it before it come out. I ain't gonna pre-order God of War. But the pre-orders are ready. That would be good. What's my main in Injustice 2? I gotta keep that low, fam. I gotta keep that low, fam. Let's say Batman is my main. Marvel vs. Capcom looks so fucking garbage. Yeah, man. That Disney put their hand in that pot. You could look at the character models and you could just tell, man. Disney got their hands all over that joint, man. Disney got their hands all over that joint. My most anticipated game this year, it would be, now that I know what's coming out, I'm going to have to say my most anticipated game this year is going to be Shadow of War. Because all the other games that I was anticipating is not coming out this year. Now, I didn't see what Nintendo said about the Xbox One X Dark Cloud. Why are people spamming? Because people are on my dick, literally. I'll play Killing Floor with them. I'll ask. I'll see what's going on. Do I smoke blunts? No, I don't. I don't smoke and I rarely drink. Up. Damn, I even be getting spam phone calls. That's just crazy. My most anticipated is Metroid Samus Returns. Okay, that's good. It's good to see some Nintendo anticipation in the chat. I like that. Nintendo said they won't worry about Xbox. They said this system has a worldwide appeal and bigger diversity in games. That's true. Low key, the Xbox might actually get beat by the Switch this generation, and that's crazy. I seen that coming a mile away. Do I want to make some money? No, thank you. I don't even like the sound of that shit. Yeah, I'm looking for a new monitor myself. I ain't gonna lie, that's a bold statement from Nintendo to make, but I think they feeling themselves because they looking like they're looking to sell about 20 million of them Switches if they keep going, man. Do I think Dr. Trey is a faggot? I don't know Dr. Trey. I don't personally have a problem with him. As far as what I know of him on YouTube, I don't know if that's really how he is or if that's just what he does on YouTube. So I wouldn't judge him and say the nigga's a faggot. I'm not going to say nothing bad about the brother because I don't know him. But me personally, I don't have a problem with him. I think he's funny from what I saw. because I don't watch his videos, but I don't have nothing bad to say about that brother. Oh, representing Yonkers, thank you for the donation, my brother. I appreciate you. Yonkers in the building. That's what's up. I Getty Square and all that. I know about Yonkers. Come on, fam. Come on, fam. I know, man. I know what I'm talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? The Switch got great exclusives coming out. Xbox don't. That's a fact. I got to agree with you on that. And that's the problem right there. And plus, they got that portable third-party appeal. And that's what's really, really putting them on the map. A lot of people not understanding that. Yeah, man. He said, okay. What's a Yonkers? Yonkers is like that 6th borough of New York. All right, Titanfall with the donation. Brooklyn. Love Brooklyn. I agree. When's the last time you've been to Brooklyn, Titanfall? Wait for E3, LOL. He said go third party with what? I'm talking about the ideal, like the Mario Rabbids on the Switch. The game actually looked pretty crispy, and it's going to be portable. So they're showing that they have the potential to like open up a market right there with that. That portable console gaming is something that, if done right, could be good. Are you going to Brooklyn today, Dark Cloud, for real? Yo, Dark Cloud, I thought you lived in like some crazy down south area. I don't know about the Brooklyn Way finale, how many they making. I ain't paying. I wasn't even asking. They shoot that shit right around the corner, so I don't even be asking. You saw the interview. Sony said they held back some games. Yeah, I know they held back some games. There was a couple games that we were supposed to see that we didn't see that I heard about. They have some VR games they didn't show. The Last of Us they didn't show. Batman wasn't shown. And there's a couple of games I heard about that I didn't see then. I was wondering. But like I told people don't listen. They do change the conferences at the last minute. They do that. The shit that they pull out of the conferences is at the last minute and change around. Vanny Pan, thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. Dallas, Texas, and this motherfucker. Respect. I got family out there. I got an aunt in Dallas. Shout out to Dallas, Texas. I stayed in Norwalk for a minute. All right. Yo, Jimmy, you listen to Run the Jewels? Nah, unless you talking about Biggie. Nope. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't think they did that. Didn't think they did what? Uncasa is close friends with the people in there, so I don't think I think he's gonna be popping up. I didn't watch the last episode of that show. Jimmy B out here early in these gaming streets right before a nigga hit before work and shit. Hey man, I be trying, man. Right now I've been home, my foot is fucked up, but I'm about to go to the barbershop. But I said before I leave, let me do a stream. So I'm gonna chill here with y'all for a little while before I go get my hair cut. Cause I was gonna go live when I came from the barbershop, but I was like, nah, I gotta talk about this Xbox shit. We gotta get to that. Jimmy, you game more on PS4 than Xbox One. I'm gonna make a confession to you, Sixum. Yeah, I do game more on the PS4 than the Xbox currently. Unfortunately. Change conferences at the last second. Yeah, they do that. They change conferences at the last second. They change things about it at the last second. Like if something's wrong with something they want to show, they'll pull it out and things of that nature. I live Connecticut, but yeah, I'm leaving in 20 minutes to drive to Brooklyn. My mom lives in Brooklyn on Beverly Ave. Yo, my cousin live on Beverly Ave. That's what's up, Dark Cloud. I got a cousin that live on Beverly Ave, East 17 in Beverly. You live right there. That's crazy. I ain't know that. You in Connecticut. I be in Connecticut all the time. I ain't even know that, Dark Cloud. I ain't even use that close, bro. Jimmy, I sent you a friend request. I got you, fam. I'm gonna turn on my PlayStation when I come back. I'll add you. No problem, my dude. My barber don't roast me. My barber barely speak English. Star Wars Battlefront 2 isn't 4K native. Nah, it definitely won't be native 4K unless you get it on PC. But I don't think you got to worry. Yo, honestly, I don't think we got to worry about the native 4K when it comes to what 4K is versus native. It looks good, man. Mass Effect looks pretty good in 1800p on PlayStation. You got to understand, you got 1800p versus 2160. You know what I'm saying? It's not that bad. I'm gonna be honest. It's just that the Xbox kind of marketed the console as a native 4K machine, a true 4K machine. Yo, your mom lives on 17th. That's crazy, fam. You know, yo, that's crazy. You might know my people then. You might actually know my people. They grew up on that block. My people name is Daryl and Mondell. Daryl Owens, Teresa. You know, you might know my people, fam. That's crazy. They grew up over there. That's mad crazy. That's the same exact block, dog. I used to be over there all the time. That's mad crazy. Spit some balls. Now I ain't got no balls to spit, fam. Jimmy, you going to see the Pac movie this weekend? Yeah, I'm going to see it tomorrow. Even though I'm not expecting it to be good, I'm expecting it to be somewhat entertaining. But every time they make those kind of movies, those buy-ups, they leave shit out. Like I remember when Pac was alive. I was little when he was alive, but I remember when he was alive. So I remember all the stuff that happened with him. So like with the Dr. Dre movie, when they did the NWA, it was mad stuff that they left out. Like when Dr. Dre became an alcoholic and he started doing mad crazy shit, they left out the part where him and Eazy started beefing. That was like the best part of that NWA thing for me as a kid. They left like mad shit out. Tupac movie was garbage. You saw it already? Damn, fam, don't say that. Don't say that. I had a feeling it wasn't good. I'm telling you, I had that. See, he said it's garbage. I already had that feeling. I had that feeling. You tell me it's garbage, I ain't going to see that shit. Because the chick I was going with, I do not want to go with her anyway. So if you tell me that shit's garbage, I'm not going. Is the beast still coming? Who's that? He said, I got some balls to spit about True 4K. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy, fam. How many of y'all watching this right now? Oh, 96. Wow. Okay. You said mod Dark Cloud? Am I mod in Dark Cloud's chat? Do I think PS4 Pro 2.0 is coming? No, I don't. I think they're gonna just work on the PS4 5 because they don't have to make a Pro 2.0 now that this has been revealed. The Xbox One X is an Xbox Pro. It's the same thing. I think the PS5 is gonna come out sooner than people think. That's just my personal opinion. Man, I ain't got no comments on Cookie Face, man. I don't even like talking about homeboy. Yeah, the guy looked like Tupac, but like let me check something. I hope this shit ain't like sitting on the bootleg sites, and that's why he said that. Because if it's bootleg, that means it's definitely not good. Let me just check and make sure. Let me check my favorite bootlegger and make sure that shit ain't sitting over there. I'm gonna know it's bad if it's sitting on the bootleg. You know, movies be bad when they be bootleg and the copy be clear and shit. You be like, damn, they got the fucking Blu-ray already. This shit just came out. All right, good sign. I don't see it. I don't see it on the bootleg. All right, good. It can't be that bad. The bootlegger would have had that joint sitting up there with a crispy copy. Like, yeah, come get this. I'm very sure it will be 2019. I ain't gonna front. Low key, I'm thinking 2019 too, which is sooner than people expect. Because most people are gonna say 2020. Do you think it was disrespectful for Phil to say that the PS4 Pro was on the level of the ones? Nah, I think it was. I think it was disrespectful for him to say, but that's that media marketing talk. He trying to make it sound like the Xbox Scorpio is so powerful, but he know damn well the developers is not gonna sit there and use that power. All that DX12 shit they was talking, developers ain't gonna go and tinker with that shit. They're gonna make the game run the same way it ran on the Pro because it's easier. They're not gonna make two versions of games. It's too much. Even though you say, oh, it's easy to do, they're not doing it. Hey Jimmy, I'm a Rotten Tomato scorer. Oh damn, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Yo, Craig, let me ask you something. Are you the same Craig I met in LA? I just gotta make sure. You the same Craig that I met in LA last year? Because if that's you all that time, you've been talking to me so low key, man. Like, I gotta know, man. I think you are the same Craig from LA. I'll make sure that's not Mills. Okay, I want to make sure you're not Mills. Okay. I wonder what happened to that dude. Damn, he disappeared. Okay. All right, Craig. Anything y'all want to ask me or talk about before I go? Because I got time. I'm not really in a rush like that. But if we not talking about nothing, I guess I could end it. Unless there's something y'all want to talk about. Other than Phil tripping out about 60 frames, so it don't matter. I guess it don't matter when y'all making the kind of games that Xbox is making. He said you breaking my heart about the Tupac movie, Craig. Add you. Yeah, I'll add you. Let me turn it on real fast. Talk about Days Gone. Oh yeah, I could do that. Definitely, I could do that, fam. All right, Days Gone, man. That's an amazing game, man. That's looking real good. Low key, that's looking like the best joint. Because I know Last of Us is not coming out next year, but that and God of War look like that's gonna be the best 2 games of next year already, man. And Anthem. I want to know when Anthem's coming out. But Days Gone looks amazing, man. When they showed the weather effects and that the dude was going through different routes at different times and different things was happening, that hyped that game up so fucking much for me. I don't see a friend request from you though. Let me see what friend requests I got. PlayStation be taking forever to load, man. It still says please wait. I'm gonna let that load. Let me turn the TV. My PlayStation is loading. It's taking a long ass time, so I'm not used to seeing that. I'm not used to seeing it take that long. Ow. Damn, bro, you want me to type my PSN in the chat? I kind of don't want to do that with that troll, because then that troll gonna be trying to like jump out and get crazy on my shit while I'm trying to add you, even though it's easy to find. He retracted it. Yo, Dark Cloud. I mean, we gotta add each other. I'm on everybody's PSN pretty much that you talk to. So just add me, bro. I'm not a Sony pony dog. I be sitting there trying to figure out how to do the chat and all that on Sony, man. I be playing it, but I'm an Xbox dude for real. Add you. You gotta send me a request. Oh, I'll add you. I got a few people in there. That's why I'm like, I don't know who's who, and I gotta be careful while I'm adding now, because as you can see from the bullshit that going. People believe Sony is actually broke. I don't. Yeah, that rumor's been a rumor since what 2013, and they still brought out a new console. Anthem will be the same as the Division. Low key, I hope that's out. Low key, I would not have a problem with that. I put 300 hours into the Division, so I do not have a problem with that. I loved the Division. I ain't gonna lie, I don't play no more. What's the Destiny 2 news other than this 30 frames on console? So I just want to share this with y'all real quick. I want to show y'all something so people don't think I be BSing. Y'all don't be understanding my love, dog. Oh, it won't show. That's gay. That's so gay. Hold on. Let me see if I can add it. Ubisoft is always gay, yo. They messed up my roadkill counter. I got 303 hours in the Division right now. Check niggas trophy cred live. Nah, I can't really do that. My trophies ain't all that impressive. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, my trophy level is higher than some people's. I don't know how the fuck that's the case, and I don't really be on PlayStation like that, but my shit ain't that high though. I can't sit up here and talk shit about nobody else's trophies. My shit is like lacking. I'm like level 13 on PlayStation, so I'm lacking, dog. What's the Destiny numbers? What y'all talking about? Tell me about Destiny. What happened? Let me type it in. On PC, October, bro, the 60 looks smooth as fuck. Yeah, Destiny on PC is not. It's not gonna be able to be compared to console. That's not new though. That's how console and PC work, man. You don't know how Jack gets so damn many. Jack be focused, man. Jack is to me somebody that should be in like esports. Jack be focused, dog. Jack and my nephew, like that's what they remind me of one another. They be focused on that PlayStation, boy. You got 8 Class 3 Soul games among them. Damn, that's what's up. I respect that. You platinum the 3 Souls games. I respect that. I respect that a lot, dog. You asking me if I'm gonna go to E3 next year? I'm gonna go, but honestly, this E3 made me not want to go back because I'm hearing a lot of bad stories. I'll tell y'all real quick some of the shit I'm hearing. The first thing I'm hearing that was bad, right, is that they were saying that because they let all those people in off the show floor, the media had to share space with them. So a lot of media people got fucked over on media opportunities because of that. As far as like waiting to play games and shit like that. Why did Kid Smooth waste his money on E3? He didn't waste his money. That was his first time going. I recommend everybody go once. I mean, before you knock E3, go. Don't go and you never went. Not go one more. Go at least one time before you knock it. Yeah, Sixum, you should go to E3 at least once. The tickets was $250 to go. You could go. I sent you a friend request. My name is the cursed Mark. Okay, I got you. You want to see me in the Justice too? We can make that happen later on today. We could go live. We could do that. Nah, Sixum, don't hurt me, dog. We can't shoot the ones, man. I'm sure it's gonna be a list of people. You know what I mean? Nigga told me you can't come to California. He said the last nigga that talked shit and came to California didn't leave. I was like, damn, niggas threatening my life over YouTube, yo. So I was like, damn, son. I looked at that shit. I said, damn, it was all good just a week ago. Nah, I can't say who said it. It ain't nobody. It ain't nothing important. I'm just joking around. It ain't nothing important. Just somebody who got mad. Did Phil Spencer lie, Jimmy? I'm not gonna say he lied, but he definitely remixed and moved the goalposts. I'm gonna say he definitely remixed it. I'm gonna say he lied, but I'm gonna say Microsoft lied because they said the only true 4K console. And once again, true 4K. You can't bring out one native 4K game and be saying that because a PlayStation has native 4K games as well. So they can't say that. Just like they were saying the only console with HDR. They got caught lying again. Yeah, I got a lot of haters. You ain't lying about that. I got like niggas that genuinely, legit, I think niggas want to see me die, dog. I don't know how that happened, but one day I just woke up and niggas hated me, dog. Will you consider a personal scooter to replace walking? Didn't they say I had a scooter at E3 last year? Didn't they say that? That's how the whole go-kart rumor started. They said I was riding around E3 in a go-kart. BG saw me. BG saw me. When he saw me that I was on a go-kart. Oh, what he said? He said, I said, Jimmy, add me before you dip. I'm going to get Injustice since I heard how shook you was playing Tekken. Listen, man, listen. Titanfall will tell you, man. Titanfall Princess will tell you because I played on Street Fighter. I ain't afraid to take my L, man. I'll fight, man. I'll fight. If you talk shit in the fight, I will fight, dog. Yo, I'm heading out Jimmy Stay Gaming, bro. And you know, tell the truth, man. You a PC dude that tolerate consoles because it's exclusives. I'm gonna keep it real. That's a fact, dog. Cloud. I tolerate console for its exclusives. You right about that. I'm not even gonna hold you. You're right. I wouldn't have bought a 1080 Ti if that wasn't true. He's right about that. Yo, later, fam. Have a safe trip out there to go see your moms, dog. Let me see who y'all said add y'all. Let me turn on the PlayStation real fast. Okay, I got it turned on. Uh-oh. Okay, I see you. I see you guys. A few people sent requests in there. Okay, hold on. All right, y'all good. I added y'all. All right. Let me turn that off now. All right, I added you guys. I don't even feel like going to get my hair cut, man. My leg is hurting. Jimmy, are you getting Uncharted DLC? That's a fact. The only thing I hate about what they did with that is they brought the disc out. The physical disc is coming out. Let me see the date on that. Let me check that to make sure, so I'm not tripping. The physical disc comes out on like a different day in the DLC, because I would have liked to get the disc because I collect. But then again, I kind of need a digital version of that on my hard drive too. That's a game that I wouldn't delete. Jimmy, what happened to your leg? I fucking sprained my ankle, dog. Yo, Jason, what's good, fam? I sprained my fucking ankle Tuesday. So I legit need a go-kart now. Oh, it was right there. I just saw it. Uncharted. The disc comes out. See, the disc for Uncharted is coming out. September 22nd. That's what I hate when they do that. So if you want the disc, you got to wait till September 22nd. Jimmy got attacked by the Xbox. Yo, they going to war in the comments of that last video. I know that. I know they in there like they thugging it out. Some of y'all battling them out. They ain't like what I said in that last video, bro. They did not like that shit. He said I sprained my legs fighting that old nigga that was talking shit. Never seen that dude again, man. That dude was mad nice after he saw me with my nephew. You know what I mean? Because I'm like I said, man, I'm not trying to be intimidating, but I was sitting in the car, so he didn't know what I looked like. But my nephew's like 6'6" or some shit like that. You know, he saw me with my nephew. That motherfucker been the nicest dude. He was nice that whole day to me. After that, I was like, yo, I wasn't even trying to go there with him. But I did want to pull that man to the side and be like, yo, don't talk to me like that. But he was so fucking nice when I seen him, I couldn't say nothing to him. Hey, man, everything's good now, man. You know, I'm like, yeah, I know it's good now. All of a sudden, I told my nephew, I was like, that's because he saw you. That's why he started acting like that. Am I going to PSX? Yo, low-key, I might do that. I might bust that move. I told my boy he got to hold me down and take that trip with me. He said he'll go with me. So, because, you know, I need somebody to, like, watch the equipment and everything when I go to places like that. So he said he's available to take that trip with me. So low-key, I might be at PSX, man. I might pop out. I might get to see the go-kart if y'all come. You know what I'm saying? Get too close, I might have to pull out the turtle shell and be like, yo, hold up, dog. Hold up. Jack said he want to go too. That sword power up turns Knack into Kratos. Word, Knack is getting busy like that. PSX is in December. I don't know what day yet, but it should be in December. It's usually the second week of December. The game I'm most hyped for the rest of the year currently right now would have to be Shadow of War. Because everything else, I don't know when it's coming out. So I'm going to go with Shadow of War, man. Because I really love the first one. Because I'm looking at a list of games coming out now. And the only games that's coming out this year is, let's talk about the AAAs. You got Yakuza coming out. That's coming out in September. You got Destiny coming out. You got I ain't know New Wise was coming out. I like that series. Yeah, Shadow of War, South Park, Call of Duty, Need for Speed, Battlefront 2, possibly Dead Island 2, which we know that's not coming. Crackdown, don't care about that. And that's it. Those are the games coming out this year. So yeah, I would have to go. Yeah, Far Cry's not even coming out this year. Jesus, I thought Far Cry 5 was coming out. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Shadow of War, fam. Ain't nothing else really coming out like that. Are you gonna get Crackdown? Probably not. Damn, Spider, that's a big ass donation, fam. Thank you, man, for the shape up. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you, thank you. The Evil Within 2. When is that coming out? Yo, listen, let me share the screen with you, man. Titanfall, go back to preschool and learn how to spell. Chill. Titanfall is the homie, dog. Me and her came a long way. She the homie. Hold on. Let me share the screen with y'all so y'all can see what I'm looking at. Because this is where I go to see the games that's coming out. So I go to GameFly. All right. Now I know y'all see my name there, but y'all should know that's my name, so that's not a surprise for the stalking ass niggas. Yeah, I don't see nothing. I don't see no games. Look, I don't see much. This is all the games that's coming out. So that's where I go to know for sure if games is coming out retail. You know, Battlefront 2, I'm looking forward to. I don't know why I'm looking forward to Battlefront like a lot. Like that look like that's gonna be a good multiplayer game. Even though the first one I played it and I got so irritated at the fucking computer. That keyboard and mouse shit was showing bad on that game. If you didn't use a keyboard and mouse in that game, you got slayed. Oh, ask Cardi and Jack. What he said. Yo, Merc, what's good, fam? Sixum, damn Spider 220 in a week on Weapon Will. Fire. Elliot, fake Gaming Buzz, LOL. Yo, Gaming Buzz be getting at y'all niggas, man. Whoever he is. I was laughing at that video though. My man had a controller and a big ass Jesus Christ cross over his head. So when he got shooters, that shit was mad funny. That shit was funny, man. My PayPal is it should be in the description. My PayPal is PayPal ME J Mega Games, I think. That's my PayPal. All right, I'm gonna get the cut. The only reason you rushing me to get the cut is so I could come back and you could try to give me them hands, dog. But it ain't gonna go like that, man. You gonna get a fight from me, dog. You gonna get a fight from me, fam. Yeah, my PayPal is J Mega Games. PayPal ME J Mega Games. I'll put it in the chat. Now, I'm going to tell you real fast, though. The person that's trolling, the reason he's obsessed with trolling is because that's one of them niggas that's jealous that I got on the weapon with. I'm about to get a C note. I don't even know what you're talking about. I didn't know that happened. Did they get a C note? That's dope. If they did, that's good. Jimmy, you better walk around as much as you can. Don't sit on a sprained ankle. I caught 5 clots because of that. Damn, fam, for real? Nah, but I can't lie. I can't sit still. I can't sit still, homie. I can't. I'm about to walk my ass right to the barbershop too. But he said he caught 5. Yo, son, I ain't gonna lie. If you caught 5 clocks though, you was chilling, dog. You gotta soak your foot. Oh, I ain't gonna front. That's what's up. He gave him $100. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. I hope I do get that. But nah, that's what's up if he gave him that. That's pretty good, man. I respect that. Y'all gonna have to give us that if y'all want us to go to those events. Titanfall was one of the people that wanted me on Weapon World for a minute. I'm glad you on Weapon World. I appreciate that, but somebody is mad as fuck about that. I don't know why them niggas is mad, but I'm not gonna even say who they are. But it's a sector of dudes on YouTube who I never fucking dealt with. But for some reason, as soon as I got on Weapon World, all of a sudden they started popping up on my videos, trying to pick fights with me, trying to start shit with me. Once the Discord got up, them niggas was on me like white on rice, boy. Them niggas came out the woodworks. I was like, damn, I had to enact a no new friends policy on them niggas. But I told niggas I can't fuck with them because they got beef with niggas from the podcast. Them niggas took that shit mad personal. So they decided to attack me and call me all kinds of names and shit. Now I'm not even talking about that dude though, Super Jamaican. I don't care about him. Like I don't care about that dude. I don't care about what he talking about. This man is connecting me to shit that I'm not even connected to, or shit that I had built a website for in 2013. It's 2017, man. I know it's hard to believe certain shit, but niggas is talking about like 3 years ago. If you still worrying about what a nigga did 3 years ago, you definitely don't have a life. So I'm not worried about people like that. Niggas is talking about shit that happened in shit when I was fucking living in another state and all of that. So he wouldn't cut it to Patreon, man. Anyway, what he's supposed to do? Get that from me? I'm the only one he trolling. You know that, right? I had to disable the like bar because the shit ain't even important. I don't know why people would think a like bar means something. A like or a dislike, it's good for engagement for the content creator. But even if I disable the like bar, if someone hit the like button, they still could give they could still share the video even if the like ain't there. Now I'm not even riding. I'm not streaming when I get in the car. I could barely fucking walk. He wants the one who killed him 3 years ago. With Bond missing in action, y'all eating good. Now, honestly, low-key though, since y'all talking about the Patreon, I will share with y'all. The Patreon took a big dip. A lot of people started dipping out of the Patreon. People started taking sides. Shit started getting kind of shaky and weird. Some people left for whatever. We don't know why some people left the Patreon, but I'm assuming some people just didn't have the money all the time. Bond don't look fat to me. I don't know why Bond look fat, but once again, I'm not looking at Bond weight. I wouldn't know why he looks fat because I don't look at men like that. I don't look at men's weight. Never did. I don't care if a man looks fat or skinny or tall or short. I don't care about that. They blaming me and Jack. Why they blaming Jack though? You talking about? Well, why they blaming Jack? I heard some of the stories about me, but honestly, me personally, niggas just kind of look. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Y'all know how I do in my chat. If I'm live streaming and y'all here, y'all get to hear shit that niggas that be subscribed to me who don't come and see the video, they don't hear. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all about that whole situation with the chat. With the situation with the Patreon. I see niggas taking sides. Like some niggas is using that as an opportunity to try and like how can I say manipulate people. Like I see dudes backing out of the Patreon and donating the money and saying it's saying things like, oh, this is for you because of something. And you know, I'm like, well, nobody ain't really do nothing. So for you to be doing that means that you never really was feeling niggas to begin with. So when I see shit like that, I don't care about it. Like I would never get in my feelings about money. That's the reason like I go to work. Like I'm not knocking nobody else. I'm not trying to talk about nobody else. But me personally, When I used to shoot the videos with rappers and shit, I still do it. They used to tell me, yo, come on the road with me. And I would tell them, I'm like, listen, give me $50,000 in medical care and I'll go with you. And I'm like, yo, you supposed to be a signed artist and have all this money. You be rapping about, you be pulling out thousands of dollars for the video. You can't give me $50,000 to go on the road with you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, if you can't give me that, I got to work in order to like have medical benefits for my family and to take care of myself. So I would never get mad over a couple of dollars on YouTube, whether it be through the Patreon or donations. It's not about that. Yeah, $50,000 in medical care is what you would make with a decent job. You know, $50,000 in medical care. That's what you would make with a decent job. That's not, you know, that would be enough to cover me while I'm doing the job of working for you as an artist. You get what I'm saying? While I'm out on the road for you. Give me the 50 grand because we're going to be out there a couple months and my medical care. And I'll do it. And people was like, nah, I can't do that. I'm like, all right, well, you could talk about millions of dollars, but you can't give me 50 G's. Come on now. So that's what I'm talking about. But as far as the money is concerned in the Patreon, yeah, the Patreon did dip after that situation happened. So we don't know what's going on officially, but a lot of people are left because Hard 8 is racist. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's the reason. Honestly, like if you really want to be fair, people left for various reasons. There's people who had issues with people and they left for various reasons. Like everything's cool when you kissing a nigga ass for $1, but the minute you stop doing it, they start acting like they entitled and they want to start threatening to pull the money out. That's why you don't really see me talk too much about donations and shit, because people be acting like they own you. Some niggas was doing that. Like I can't tell you who it was, but some people would say shit like, oh, if you don't start doing this, I'm gonna pull my support. And people's like, yo, it's like getting support. Like, damn, you think you control us? This is like, calm down. Renee is one of those people. Renee was used to say, Jack Move was finessing people. He was taking money for playing games and he wasn't playing them. That whole Dark Souls situation. I remember all of that. And Renee was talking to anybody who would listen. Now I'm sure Renee gonna say, oh, that's not true. That's not true. Oh shit. I appreciate the donation, my brother. Thank you. Damn, I appreciate that, fam. Yo, for real, thank you, fam. I got that donation on my PayPal. I appreciate that, my brother. Oh man. I'm hype off that. That was the biggest donation I ever got, too, by the way, man. Thank you. Now, listen, let me say something to you, even though I know you the troll. I'm going to speak to you because you're talking about something serious. You're not trolling right now, so I'm not going to block you. I'm going to talk to you. The thing about Hard 8, right? When y'all was saying that Hard 8 was racist, here's what I never understood about that. Hard 8 himself said in the last live stream that he has an Asian cousin that's blood related, right? Most of us black people are mixed. You know what I'm saying? Just to let y'all know that. You know, who be thinking that we legit be racist. But this is the thing about Hard 8. Hard 8, if you go to every one of his videos, the first thing you see in his description is Demon Ralph. Demon Ralph is his friend, and Demon Ralph is a white dude. He's promoting a white dude's channel and saying that's his friend. And Hard 8 don't go around calling a lot of people his friends. So when you say that he's being racist, you kind of got to look at everything that you're talking about. Now, I'm not saying it's just because we on a Weapon Will podcast together, but think about it like this. If you calling the man racist, look at what he's doing and look at what we're doing. And when you compare the two situations, you can't really say Hardy's racist. Think about that. The first thing on every one of his videos is go check out his man Demon Ralph's channel. You don't see me in his description, and me and Hardy is cool. You don't see BG in Hardy's description, and you know they fam. So at the end of the day, just look at something like that when you're thinking that Hard 8 is racist. Hard 8 is definitely not racist. If he was racist, the first thing you would not see in his description is him supporting a white dude's YouTube channel. Now, he's the first one to tell you, oh, white people get more support on YouTube. And yeah, I get that that would make him come off as racist. But when you go look at his channel, he said, if I got black friends, I'm not racist. I get your point. Yeah, you can have black friends and not be racist. And be racist. But at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is you wouldn't support white people if you were racist. He's supporting a white person, but you calling him racist. If I was racist, I could have all the white friends I want. If I was racist, I'm not going to help them grow their business. I'm not going to help them grow be successful if I was racist towards white people. So what you're saying is not correlating properly. You know, you got to look at the action versus the word. The word could say whatever it want. I could say that I hate fucking females, and then if you catch me fucking 3 chicks the next night at the same time, what you gonna say then? I'm gay? Think about that. You know what I'm saying? I could say, oh, I hate women. I hate women. Y'all like, this nigga's a fag. This nigga's gay. Fine. Then you catch me fucking 3 chicks in a threesome. What does that mean then? The actions and the words. You got to look at the actions of people, man. Before you judge people, you got to look at their actions, man. You can't always just go by what you think you hear somebody say, because a lot of times, and I go through this a lot of times what people say could get misconstrued or lost in interpretation. And then you start thinking what he meant was this, and you start looking at the negative and what somebody's saying rather than looking at exactly what's being said. So once again, I'm going to say that me personally, I would have to say there's no way I would consider somebody racist and then supporting the same race that you consider them racist towards. It's a difference. Am I homophobic? No, I'm not homophobic. I don't care about gay shit and all that. I'm not homophobic. If I was homophobic, I wouldn't have been fucking trying to be fair to Renee bitch ass. Jimmy be tricking. Listen, sir. Listen, let me explain something to you about tricking, dog. It ain't tricking if you got it. That's the first thing. So I need it. But nah, I'm just joking. Now, what I was going to say about tricking, right? I'll be talking to my boys about that. Dudes could have a girl, right? And spend mad money on her and be like, yo, I'm not tricking. You spending money, period. So what you call tricking, I don't know. If you talking about like buying prostitutes, yeah, that's different. If you buying pussy, that's straight different. But I'm talking about like if you got a girl, a wife, you still spending money, bro. So saying tricking, I don't know. Everybody's spending money on their significant other. If you a female and your guy takes care of you and he buys you a bunch of shit, every now and again, you're going to have to go, all right, he bought me mad shit. Let me go buy him something. You got a trick. So I don't care what you say, who you are. Everybody's a trick in my personal opinion, because you could be single and date and spend less money than somebody that's in a relationship. Because when you're in a relationship, now you got to pay their bills. You got to help them with school. You got to help them with their car. You got to help them with their car note. You got to help them with their grandmama. You got to spend all this money. You got to take them places. You got to go on vacations. It might be cheaper to just have a side chick and be single. So when you say tricking, bro, at the end of the day, everybody's a trick in my opinion. See, I keep it 100. Because my friends be getting mad when they be like, yo, son is a trick. Son is a trick. Listen, don't be calling this man a trick because he brought some pussy, or he took this girl out because he want to sleep with her, because you're going to go home and you're going to spend your whole check on your wife. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, everyone's a trick if you really want to break it down, dog. My friends be like, damn, son, you got a point. You're right. Yeah, I'm right. You can't be calling somebody a trick and you go upstairs and give your girl your whole check and be trying to hide your overtime that you made. Yeah, see, y'all feeling that, right? Because that's a fact. It's the truth. I'm tricking all day on my girl. She deserve it. Facts. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Your girl deserve it. Exactly. That's the way to look at that, my dick. That's exactly the way to look at it. If that's your girl, treat her good, man. You're supposed to do that. You're supposed to give her whatever you can afford to get her, man, and then some. I ain't mad at you at all, my man. That's exactly how you handle your business. You treat that girl the best way you could treat her. Who's openly gay? Who the hell is that? Yes? Oh, Rags. That's why y'all talking about Rags in my chat. Nah, I want to hear about that. That's that PC dude, right? Then wasn't he talking about racist shit? I don't even want to get into that. Unless, you know, he gonna make a video about me. So let me leave it alone. He said, hell yeah, my whole check goes into the bank account every week. Facts, dog. Facts. You got to take care of the house. Got to take care of wifey. Now, that's the funny thing, too. Women are better at managing money than we are. So you better let your shorty handle the money if you want to have some leftovers to buy those games. But Jimmy, when Hardy talks about white privilege, that alienates his white fan base. You know white privilege is bullshit. You know, it's funny you say that. I had a conversation about white privilege, and you got to understand something. Hardy is from Philadelphia. I'm from New York. We come from a place where we see black and white people get treated differently. I don't talk about white privilege because obviously, well, I don't want to get into the details, but the bottom line is I don't talk about white privilege because it's offensive to people. So I don't talk about it, but that don't mean I don't see it. That don't mean I'm not sitting here and say, oh, it's not true. Just because I don't speak on it. I don't speak on it because some people like y'all don't, you know, some people don't know how to handle when you get into politics and get into shit like that. But at the end of the day, when you come from a place like where Hardy comes from and where I come from, you do see that. You know, I have friends that they know that I'm getting ready to get into a situation, and they'll tell me, watch out, let me take care of it, because they see that that's getting ready to be a thing where their privilege will stop that situation. I mean, you could consider it a crock of shit, but it depends on, like I said, where you come from. It depends on your background. If you're coming from like a middle class area, you know, in a laid back environment, then yeah, there's probably not a white privilege in that area. But when you come from a rough neighborhood, you can see a difference. You can see a difference. It exists, especially in New York. Well, I'm trying to tell him, like you said, a place like New York, you can see that. This place like LA, you can see that. Places like Virginia, you can see that. He said poor whites don't have privileges. People who say white privileges, this is what got Donald Trump elected. I can see why you say that. I'm not gonna get too much into politics because that shit is like just, it's not good. Because everybody's entitled to have a difference of opinion, and we all not going to agree on everything. But I could see why you would say that, and I could kind of somewhat agree with what you just said right there about Donald Trump getting elected. But my personal opinion on Donald Trump is that he got elected because people wanted to buck the system. And you know what I'm realizing more and more in America and society, there's a lot of people that just want to buck the system, dog. There's a lot of people that want to see shit burn. They're tired of shit the way it is, and they want changes. Yes, perspective impossible to explain. I agree. I'm not even gonna try to explain it. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, man. Like, I'm the kind of person, a person could say some shit I completely 1,000,000% don't agree with, and I could sit there and just look at him and not say a word. I'm the kind of person that I don't care, because at the end of the day, we're all not supposed to think alike anyway. So I'm not the kind of person that's gonna try to change your mind or try to go back and forth with you about it. If somebody says something that I don't agree with, I'm perfectly fine with agreeing to disagree. I'm not one of those people that'll go back and forth for 10 hours trying to change your mind. Not me. That's why a lot of times when you see niggas arguing, you'll notice I'll be in the back like, la, 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 la. And niggas will be like, yo, Jimmy, you there? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm here. I'm not even paying attention to the argument, because at the end of the day, I'm not that kind of person. Like, if you don't agree, fine. I know I'm fucking right, though. In the 80s and 90s, it was horrible with racist LAPD. They targeted the blacks and Mexicans. I feel like they still do that, but yeah, it was bad in the 80s and 90s. Yeah, because when I went to LA, the LAPD was yo. I'm from New York, and I'm gonna keep it real. Like, a lot of niggas won't say this. A lot of cats won't keep it real and say what I'm about to say. But real shit, when I saw LAPD, man, and I had my encounter with them, like when I first like ran into them, I was fucking kind of scared, man. I was scared, yo. I was like, damn, yo, they felt a little bit more scary than NYPD, fam. I said, oh shit, I respect this situation. And honestly, I'm gonna say this about police, right? A lot of people don't understand something about police, and you know, like I said, that's in my background, my family and shit. What people don't understand about police is, at the end of the day, that's a person with a gun. They have a legal right to carry a weapon, unconcealed. When you run into a police officer, I see a lot of people, like one of my friends one time, I'm gonna tell you a story. We got pulled over. I had a brand new car and I did not have a driver's license. And I was in the complete wrong. I was 19 with a brand new car. And I had no driver's license. Got pulled over by the cops. My friend knew I didn't have a driver's license. Now, he could pass for white. This is not even a white privilege story. But he was definitely black. He starts flaring up with the cops. They like, hey, license and registration. Immediately he starts flaring up. Why you pull us over? I'm tired of this. So the cops draw their weapons. They start yanking, pulling me and him out of the car. And I'm like, officer, hold on. Everything is a misunderstanding. My friend's flaring up, and they immediately jump to the other side of the car and point guns at him to shoot him. And I'm like, yo, chill. And he was like, listen to your friend. He was like, oh, they're going to shoot me. Yo, my friend started crying. He literally started crying. The police got on the walkie-talkie. They got some kind of call, and they just jumped in their car and drove away because they were plainclothes cops. And he kept asking me, yo, why were they going to shoot me? And he didn't understand the reason that they were going to shoot him is because, for one, these were police officers who were having a bad day. 2, they have a license to carry a gun, and 3, he was giving them a reason to shoot them by flaring up like that. So a lot of people don't understand. You got to respect that gun, man. You got to respect the fact that that's a person with a gun. Forget that it's a cop. Forget, whatever's going on. Forget that you didn't do anything. A lot of people, I didn't do shit, so I'm gonna talk shit to this cop. Nah, don't do that. Don't do that, man. That's a dude with a pistol, man. You talking to you? That dude might have caught his wife cheating the night before. He might blow your fucking head off. So anytime I have encounters with police, man, I'm like, yo, that's a man with a gun. So I treat it accordingly. I'm like, yo, I'm not trying to give this man a reason to have beef with me and squeeze off on me. Because police come up to me anytime I have a conversation. They're like, oh, are you in law enforcement or know anybody in law enforcement? And I'm like, why? They like, we could tell because of the way I carry myself. But at the end of the day, man, yeah, man, that shit's crazy. When I went to LA and saw LAPD, I was like, oh shit, that's a whole different type of scary. Yeah, the Xbox community, man, they looking real shaky right now, dog. Y'all still talk my white privilege in the chat. Yo, listen, I'm gonna go get my haircut and I'm gonna leave the live stream running for y'all to talk about it. Saying something that's real doesn't make it real. Yo, look, this is how y'all resolve a debate that y'all having. Jimmy, did you win the fights in jail? Yeah, man, unfortunately I did. Oh, to somebody asked me a question I wanted to answer. They asked me, how did I get a job? I don't have a criminal record. What happened in my situation was when I was arrested, I was never convicted. I fought the case from inside of jail and got the case overturned. And the reason I got the case overturned is because I had a private investigator who actually did forensics on a 911 tape and proved that the person who tried to press charges against me was lying. So I want people to understand that's what had happened. And that to me was my second chance, and I took it. I said, this is definitely not for me. When you see dudes who claim they're the illest of thugs crying and they sell at night, that'll change things, man. That'll change you. That'll change you. If you can see that and then decide to go and do some shit and get your sent back to jail, then yeah, man, maybe you belong in there. But I know me personally, I like playing video games. I like rubbing up on some booty. I like being free. I like, doing the things that I do, and you can't do none of that shit in jail. So I'm not trying to do shit that's going to put me in jail, man. Saying something is fake doesn't make it fake. So I just wanted y'all to know that because some of y'all know that background story. I'm not someone out here glorifying jail and getting arrested and all that. I don't have no felonies. I don't have no misdemeanors. I got my case overturned. I beat all of the cases. I've been arrested a lot of times. I'm not going to lie about that. But every time I was arrested, I was fortunate enough to beat that case. A lot of open cases, but no convictions, thank God. I would be mad sure to hang out with in real life. I get along with people. I get along well with people in person. I'm not up, I can hold a conversation, and I like to have a good time. So I guess that would make me good to hang around. I guess so. I'm not going to toot my own, but yeah, gotta have fun, gotta live, gotta enjoy life, and you gotta keep a level head. So at the end of the day, yeah, a lot of my friends are glad to be my friends. Yeah, I got tattoos. Reminder: Trump is president because of social justice warriors like you. All right, man. I press start. You getting too emotionally invested in your argument, my dude. Jimmy, you stay in Brooklyn. Yeah, I'm in Brooklyn right now. When's the next meetup? Hopefully in Queens. I be in Queens all the time though. I be in Queens at least every day. Oh, you in Brooklyn too? I'll be around, man. If you pay attention to my channel, I'm sure y'all could bump into me. If you in New York, you definitely should be able to bump into me. I'm not hard to find. I'm like, I'll be like, yo, I'm going to this place. I'm going to that place. If y'all in the area, pull up. It ain't no big deal. You know what I mean? I'm a person just like y'all and shit. Everybody's cool. We share the same hobbies. Ain't no problem here. I ain't talking about no damn pistols and no live stream. Y'all crazy. Is Chick Podcast a reliable source? Because he's saying ARC will be 1080-60. I'm gonna be honest. Somebody asked me to try and be on that podcast. I don't know what the Tick Podcast is. I gotta check it out. I can't speak good or bad about it, even though I wouldn't say anything bad. But Tick Podcast was a name that came up to me a few times. Someone asked me to join that podcast or to try and be a part of it right before I got on Weapon Wheel. So I don't know. I would assume it's cool since it got mentioned to me along with Weapon Wheel. So I'm assuming Tick Podcast is good. It's a lot of stuff I got to catch up on. I'll be in my own world, man. Too much YouTube is bad for the heart. Man, I seen this dude get arrested with 12 guns in New York, no license, and he got away. He beat that case. I was like, what the fuck? Man had an awesome one. Oh, so the Tick Podcast is some cool Xbox dudes, and I definitely need to check it out. Maybe that's why somebody suggested that I try to be on there. Okay. You think it would be dope if me and Hardy talked about topics like these, pretty much anything besides gaming? Not saying you don't know gaming, but it's cool to hear opinions on other topics. Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's cool. I kind of noticed y'all don't really care too much for my gaming videos as much as the live streams. I did notice that. Jimmy, you an Xbox dude overall, right? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I am. I'm not going to say and hold you. I am. I might get the Scorpio and just straight start drinking Kool-Aid. Who knows? But I know I'm getting that day one. So, yeah. 1v1 me and Injustice, TTFP. Oh, people getting called out in the chat. Titanfall, I think you just got called out on Injustice. Weapon Wheel Podcast should have a real podcast, no games. I don't know, man. I don't know. Not everybody be wanting to talk about other shit, though. I don't know if the podcast dudes would be cool with it. I don't know. You about to inject Scorpio juice in your veins. Low key, dog. I can't front, man. Y'all know it's gonna be a wrap once Scorpio get that one game that run better on the Xbox One X than on the Pro. Y'all know them niggas is gonna go crazy when they get that one game, dog. Yeah, Trump. I could see why Trump was a better candidate than Hillary too, man. I mean, remember her husband did get impeached, so yeah, I could see the lesser two evils being either or. Yeah, I'm live. What's good, Jimmy and chat? Diesel, what's good? Y'all coming in here kind of late though. Listen, I do got it in the stream though. They're going crazy now with no games. Guardian Legends always beat me in Injustice. Damn, niggas is ringers in Injustice? Let me find out. I don't got no pets currently. I had pets before, though. Currently, I don't have any pets. I wanted Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders was cool, but he didn't even make it through the primary. Dudes didn't even vote for that man in the primary, fam. That was sad when he didn't make it. I was like, damn, y'all mean to tell me y'all didn't even go to the primary for that man? Yo, take care, Falcon. I'm out too, though. Let me end the stream. Yo, we getting like political. If y'all want, I could do a stream later when I come back, but some of y'all want to get these hands, so we'll probably live stream some of y'all getting these hands, man. What happened with the Anthem game? Pretty much you got to go to the stream from the beginning, but I could give you a recap. Anthem is not running at 4K on the Xbox One X. and the gameplay is being reported to possibly be PC footage. Yo, later, chef. Yo, Spider, once again, thank you for that donation. I truly appreciate that, my brother. I'm about to make a few more mods in here too. But I'm in the stream right now. I guess y'all could talk in the chat if y'all want to after that, because y'all having like a serious debate. But I'm in the stream because I gotta go, because I want to come back before school is out, because I can't walk right. So I don't want to be walking around these kids and they be stepping on my foot. Later, y'all. Peace.